Hi, this is Ned Siegfried from Siegfried & Jensen. As proud sponsors of BeliefCast, we hope you are inspired by Todd's weekly podcasts, which contain so many courageous stories of recovery and personal growth. Remember, it's not what happened in the past that matters, it's what happens in the future. We invite you all to work hard and be optimistic about your future. Enjoy today's podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Todd Sylvester with the Todd Inspires BeliefCast. Thank you again for tuning in. As always, as I always tell you guys, thanks for believing in me and the mission that we're doing. We've had amazing guests on the show who have overcome some crazy things in life. I'm never more just blown away at people when I sit there and talk with them and hear their stories and the good they're doing in this world. I always say people are astonishing, and I really believe that, and today's going to be no different. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Siegfried & Jensen, Wasatch Recovery, Thread Wallets, and I've got a brand new announcement, brand new sponsor of the show. It's going to be the official drink of the BeliefCast show, and the drink is called Calm, and it's made by Morii Nutrition. And I have the creators and founders of Morii Nutrition on the show today.
Excited.
It's exciting, right?
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yes, we have Megan and Devin Relf, right? And we've got Chase, and Andi's not here, but that's your wife. She's also a big part of this. And Debenham, right? Did I say that right?
Perfect.
So in studio, we have Chase, Megan, and Devin. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's exciting. I want to point out, and it'll kind of maybe give us a starting point, but Morii, the name Morii means the desire to capture a fleeting moment. Mm-hmm. I love that. It's like maybe being like in the present moment, like being in the now. Is that accurate?
Yeah,
totally.
Spot on.
Yep.
So for those who don't know, but may already know, Megan's been on my show before.
Woo!
Yep, this is her second time.
Second time.
And Megan is the definition of goodness. She's a mother, wife. She's a clinical social worker. She just became a certified personal trainer, and she's now obviously a business owner, and that's what we're going to be talking a lot about today. She found her passion for mental health at a young age after enduring her own personal battles and has devoted her life to helping others to find joy. And I've known Megan for a long time. I get to work with her. You know, we rub shoulders every day, basically, and I think the world of her. And just grateful that you're here today, Megan.
You're the best, Todd. You're the best.
Thank you. Thank you. And Devin, who's her better half, right? Is that?
I wouldn't say better half, but I would say half.
I was trying to give you a little props today.
Yeah.
Take it where you're going to get
Yeah.
it, okay?
After that lineup and introduction, there's no way.
Yeah. Devin was born and raised here in Utah. He went to Alta High School. That was a big rival of mine back in the day. I went to Brighton.
Yeah.
So we're kind of
Sorry
rivals.
to hear that.
Yeah. I'm really sorry you went to Alta. No, I'm kidding. Alta, I've got many great friends there. Yeah. Devin considers himself a creative mind who's constantly thinking of ways to create products and ideas. Again, that's probably obviously how you created this product. That's a big part of that. Your first product we just mentioned is Calmed. It stemmed from a need to find a more natural way to remedy stress and anxiety. And everyone listening to this, I guarantee you struggle with anxiety on some level. Mm-hmm. I was just talking before we started here that was one of my biggest challenges growing up was anxiety. At times I couldn't even get out of bed. It was so bad. And so this product and what you guys are doing lines up perfectly with just what I believe and how to help people in a natural way. And your product is amazing, which we're going to have you guys talk a lot more about that. And then we have Chase here as well, who also grew up in Sandy. You went to Alta as well. Jeez,
Hawks fly together.
Man, wow. You're married. You have a daughter named Blake, who's 3 years old, which I just met, right?
Yep.
Yeah, was that Blake?
That was Blake.
Yeah, yeah. She's out carving pumpkins right now.
Yep, she's the cutest.
You've been working in the tech sales industry for 3.5 years, and you manage a team of account executives at, is it Nectar?
Nectar.
Okay, making sure I'm saying that correctly. Where you help companies with culture and employee recognition.
Yep, perfect.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's fun.
Yeah. Anyway, obviously, from my angle here with you guys are very smart people.
Thank you.
We try to be.
Yeah, and creative, and just people who believe in themselves, and more importantly, believe in helping other people. So there's so much to talk about. Why don't we start with you, Megan? Just give our listeners a little bit more background on you, maybe just a little bit about growing up, and just anything you feel like you want them to know about you.
We'll go listen to my other episode with Todd, and then you'll know all about me. No, I grew up a sibling, or I was the youngest of 6 kids, so I grew up what I like to think was really quickly. I had to learn how to hang with my siblings, so I grew up really quickly in terms of like maturity, knowing how to get along with people. I became like the peacemaker of my family. I still feel that way sometimes, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Like you said, I fell in love with helping people and fell in love with mental health and that journey and just overall wellness. Truly, that's what led me to pursuing also becoming a certified personal trainer recently, is just the cohesiveness between physical health and mental health, I think, is so crucial. I've been on my own mental health journey for years, I would say, and that's kind of also what sparked this interest in creating a supplement that would help with anxiety and depression and just the whole realm of mental health, is because it's so vast. And there's such a need for help. And so if there's one thing that we can do, it's just help other people. And so that was the whole goal of starting this.
Love it. Very, very well said. Thanks,
Thank
Megan.
you.
Devin?
Yeah.
A little background on you.
Similar to Megan, I'm also the baby of the family. And you kind of have your whole life paved out for you because all your siblings have been there, done that. And so that's kind of how I took life. And the older I got, the desire to like carve my own path started to grow even more. And I grew up in a very competitive sports family, and so it's like
it was baseball, right?
Baseball, yeah. Now it's golf. Now we're all retired. We're just a bunch of bad golfers, but so it's just my whole life grew up trying to be competitive, get better, improve myself. And then when I met Megan, that's when she kind of opened up the world to like emotions. I think before I met her, I maybe cried twice when my dog died, and then watching Marley and me.
And now you cry every day.
Now it's nearly daily, But like she showed me the power of emotion, and that really opened up the whole world of mental health. And so it was kind of like two worlds colliding, and that's kind of where my passion has started over the last few years. And so I have really her to thank for a lot of this.
Yeah. It's pretty cool how you guys met too.
Yes, or a Tinder success story.
I think it's less than 1% of success on there.
Hey,
you guys did it.
We'll take
and
it.
Honestly, how two more perfect people in the world. Honestly, it's great.
And she shut me down the first time I tried.
I remember.
I want this on record.
I remember her telling me that. I go, you did? She goes, I shut him down.
Shut him down twice, and then the art of the follow-up.
Oh my God!
You stay persistent with it, and she finally realized that I was great. And
it was all part of the test.
Let the record show this is not the full story.
That's all you need to know.
No, that's awesome. No, it's great you guys are here and together, and you guys have a beautiful baby daughter as well.
Yes.
And you guys just a beautiful family. So
thank you.
Thank you.
So Chase, tell us a little bit about you, and then maybe a little bit about your wife Andi, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today.
Yeah. So I grew up really close to here, as we are at the Wasatch Recovery Center, right?
Yeah.
So like in between here, so it brought a lot of memories of just growing up today. I'm also the baby, and so is Andi of our family. I feel like we didn't really
bunch
like
of
start
babies
line
running a country,
Let's go.
company here. That's amazing.
So a bunch of babies, and I have 3 siblings, and my dad is an entrepreneur, and so grew up kind of thinking about business all the time. Also
competitive
family. Devin is a very good golfer, for the record, as well.
Take that off the record, please.
And so always just been like, I would say, extremely ambitious and driven, just from virtue of who my dad is. He's a successful business owner, and my siblings also just really, as the youngest sibling, which comes with that some really high expectations, which as I became an adult, as Devin mentions, when he met his wife, these emotions were unlocked. I feel like as soon as Andi and I got married, it was like really hard for me to come into my own, and over the last several years experiencing anxiety and some sorts of depression at times. So bouts with that, which has ultimately led us to, as the Debenhams and Relfs really connect on some different levels. I've known Megan and Devin since high school. So cool. I've known Devin for probably longer.
Middle school.
What middle school?
We went to Indian Hills.
Chase and I were friends first, let the record show.
Okay,
Well, Chase was part of the cool kids at school. And I just knew of them, and they kind of knew me, but we never really hung out until, a few years back. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that funny? You can go to school and live around someone your whole lives, and then you meet up later on. Like, why didn't we hang out earlier?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a class with Devin in college, and then maybe we sat next to each other a couple times, and I was like,
maybe.
Man, he's not as big as a tool as I thought he'd be.
No, that's just kidding. Pretty much. No,
wow.
It's probably vice versa.
Yeah.
Probably vice versa.
Gosh.
I think I was if anyone was a tool. But Megan's always been just, salt of the earth, and just I have defined her as like your biggest cheerleader. Even when I didn't know Megan very well, she was just always like boosting you up, making you feel better about yourself. That's just the type of person she is. So
just the kids just turned into making me blush over here. But thank you.
We're good people. And I met my wife on my mission, LDS mission. We served in Oklahoma, of all places, and she knew my last name is a little rare, Debenham. So she knew my cousin. And so after we had been home from our missions, we saw each other again at a mission reunion. I asked her out. She denied me. She says it was because her grandma was in town, but grandma in town over. I mean, come on.
That sounds like a pretty lame excuse.
Yeah, so
that's pretty lame.
6 months later, I just DM'd her on Instagram, and
the
now
rest
we're married.
is history.
5 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Power of the DM, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The follow-up.
Yeah,
The
art of the
follow-up.
follow-up.
The art of the follow-up. You guys should write a book. The art of the follow-up.
How to handle rejection.
Let's go.
No, I love it. Well, that's cool. There's a good vibe in this room. Obviously, you guys get along really well. It's it seems like, and you got the same goals. It sounds like, and what you're trying to accomplish. And you guys. So how did this all start? I want to, you've got this company called Morii Nutrition. You've got a product now called Calm, which, by the way, I'm drinking right now. It's very tasteful, delicious. Tasteful, is that the right word?
Tasteful's a word, yeah.
Is that a word?
Flavorful.
Flavorful.
Flavorful. That's
Tasty.
right. You guys know what I meant. See, I'm trying. Anyway, great product. And but how did this even start in the first place? Do you guys mind sharing like how the creative juices started to flow to get this where it is today?
Yeah, the official idea started 2020, but years leading up to 2020, Megan and I were kind of in a harder spot with anxiety and stress, and so we had seen doctors, especially for Megan to find a solution to kind of help her feel a little bit more normal, and we tried some different kind of medications and just saw all sorts of reactions, and she had said that she didn't like the way that she felt when she was on them. And this went on for years, a couple of years, and then in 2020 we were just driving, having a conversation about anxiety, and just like the idea came, like, what if there was a more, just a natural drink for anxiety, for stress. And that's kind of, obviously ideas are just ideas.
Right.
And I'm very fortunate to have a brother who has kind of paved his own way and made his own success, and he has his connections. And so he got me in touch with one of his chemists, his suppliers, and he and I kind of started working on bringing this idea to life. And he kind of gave me a good starting point. And then the rest I just, research. I've never read so much. Definitely didn't read in school.
Right.
And so it came down to just learning as much as possible about what would go into helping people relieve stress and kind of help control their anxiety a little bit better. Because obviously, stress isn't just one thing. There's so many factors that cause it and lead up to it. And that's kind of the tricky but also cool part of how we came about with Calm.
Oh, love that. Very cool. It's funny how just an idea like we should come up with something. And
and even cooler is that we were sitting down like with Chase and Andi one night just for dinner, and it casually comes up and just like was the most perfect connection about it too.
Yeah, actually for a little bit, it was just the two of us, and we kind of realized, hey, if we want to make this real, like we gotta bring someone on, someone who's good at something we're not good at, and who's creative and passionate. And that's kind of right when we started hanging out with Chase and Andi, and so we kind of were like, well, what if we asked them? We wouldn't know, what they would say.
Right.
And before I even got around to asking, Chase was like, do you need a partner with this? Like, can I help you with it?
It was
100%.
So that's where it was like the stars aligned,
Yeah, it was so organic. It was so cool, truly.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. We were just in your parents' your parents' kitchen.
Yeah, just
and
hanging out.
Yeah, Andi and I had just began like, man, we really should start doing something. I graduated in entrepreneurship, so I always knew that I wanted to do something eventually.
Yeah.
And so just when he brought it up, just, hey, how can we get in on this, man? So it was, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Stars aligned.
Yeah, you hear that a lot when people start something that starts to be created, then it starts to grow and it gets big. It's like, oh yeah, it was just this idea, and just this fell into this place, and this person came into our life, and we had this conversation, and it just starts to
work out perfectly.
Yeah.
And
here we are. We got your beautiful packaging. We got a couple of them right here. Yep. See, Megan will show you on camera. Yep. So that's one thing where you guys sit down, you have an idea, you're doing some research, you bring on, Chase and Andi, but there's still a lot that needs to be done.
Yes.
I mean, because people are like, oh yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people all the time, I got an idea. Let's do this, Let's go get business cards right now.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You go create a business card and you're like, okay, well, what do we do now?
Yeah, now what?
So talk about, you actually have a product, you're selling it. That's amazing. I mean, that's got to be like a low percentage of where people actually have an idea and then actually follow through and get it to a point where you're selling it, right? You want to share those thoughts on that, or?
Definitely the starting part's the easy part, getting everything structured for the company. That's all easy. It's then, okay, now the product's live, but no one's buying it, like what's happening? What do we do? That's the creative aspect, the challenge that we face every day. And, with Calm, it's like, this was obviously just the start, the beginning. We're in this for the long haul. We want to be able to create a full lineup of wellness supplements. And, for this, we wanted to make sure that it appealed to people, because obviously there's definitely a lot of options online.
Right.
And there's a lot of, natural and flavored things, and, people are obviously into that, but we wanted to make sure that you would enjoy it, like you would look forward to your daily supplement. And that's where we wanted to add the flavor aspect. And it was like, originally that's not how it started, but then that's kind of where it led to. And that's kind of, from my experience, the fun of running this business is like every day, new puzzle pieces are getting put together and the bigger picture's coming together.
Yeah, wellness should taste good, right?
Yes,
that's your tagline, right?
Yeah, a little slogan, wellness should taste good.
Right, I like that, because usually it doesn't.
It tastes natural,
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Tastes earthy.
Yes.
This is all good for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. But I can attest that it tastes amazing, actually. It really does.
Yeah.
I actually rather have that than just plain water.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't feel bloated. You don't feel,
right.
And I know you guys really wanted to have good, good ingredients inside there. You want to talk a little bit about that as well, of kind of what that looks like and why you guys chose certain things. I mean, you don't have to give away your
Our
formula.
Our secret formula.
I can talk to it a little bit because I had no idea, so I probably have a little bit better of a I don't know, customer view. As we're in that kitchen, he's explaining what this is. The word ashwagandha comes up, and I have to ask, like, what the heck is that, man? What does that do?
Yeah,
what language are you speaking?
And I had to Google it 3 times afterwards as well. So, there's things in there that obviously naturally can help with anxiety and stress levels. And so that's the main basis. But if you go online, you go search that on Amazon, and you're like, hey, I want an ashwagandha wellness supplement, you're going to get unflavored or sometimes bad flavored things. Yeah. And it'll be a poor experience. So that was like one of the main things to start out with, is how can we make ashwagandha, being the main driver in the blend, like be a good tasting experience. And then, adding other things in there that are really helpful. So things like magnesium, L-theanine, like those things are in there. Lion's mane is in there as well. So I don't know if you want to talk to any of those.
It was crazy because ashwagandha was not the original ingredient. It wasn't even on my radar. I was looking at other things, and then Megan was like, have you heard of ashwagandha? And I was like, I sure haven't. I don't know what this is.
What are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
And I dug into what it was and the benefits of it, and realized, it is a fairly new ingredient on the market. It's kind of gotten more popular over the last, I'd say, 10 years. But people like in Africa and have been, in other Middle East areas, they've been using it for centuries for stress specifically. Oh, okay. And one of the best things about it is it doesn't really have negative effects. So a lot of the times when you handle ingredients for stress and anxiety, you kind of get sleepy, groggy, and a little bit of a brain fog. Well, there's no, right now there's no evidence of that ever happening. And actually ashwagandha helps with sleep. And that's kind of one of the awesome things about Calm, is it isn't just for like stress. We put ingredients in there like L-theanine, L-tyrosine to help with, cognitive function and helping with like inflammation. Just because we know that there's more to stress, and when you're stressed out, you're not sleeping right. And, you can take Calm first thing in the morning like I do, and you're not going to get sleepy. You're not going to hit noon and you're like, I need a nap. Like you can. Yeah,
some of like those energy drinks or other things out there, you have a spike and then you crash.
Right.
Yeah. Energy drinks, that's, man.
Yeah.
You should never drink those.
But it's good that it doesn't do that, right? It's just more of a, you don't really maybe necessarily feel sluggish or, that kind of thing. So,
Megan, where did you, I had no idea that he didn't know.
Yeah.
This is the first for me. Yeah. And now I got to ask.
Oh, I wish I could remember. I wish I could remember. I don't know.
Pulled it out of a hat or something.
I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Because I'm in the mental health world, right? Yeah, so I probably just heard it swinging around here one of those days.
So with that, just maybe we'll take a little segue. Like you are in the mental health world, and you help a lot of clients, and you do a lot of groups. You're helping a lot of people, and you obviously notice how much people are struggling with anxiety. So tell us your experience with that, and kind of like, how do you navigate that with your clients and helping them through all that? Oh. And I know it's a loaded question.
Loaded.
I know. I apologize, but good. I just think it would be good for our listeners to hear that, because I promise you, they could be a potential client. Honestly,
100%.
Right?
Yeah. No, I think having struggled with anxiety myself, it gives me a perspective that like I can take my experience and help my clients, right? Not so much as like to force it on them and be like, well, I know how to get through anxiety. Because to be honest, I figure it out every day as I go, right?
Yeah, right.
So it's more of just like helping my clients to see that it's an emotion, just like everything else. And so it's fleeting, right? Yeah. Just like happiness is, just like sadness is, like anxiety is fleeting as well. So things that make you anxious, it's your body, one, trying to protect you. It's trying to keep you safe. So it's a coping mechanism. So now you get to learn how to cope differently and teach yourself that you are safe. You are safe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, I love the name of the product, Calm, because it kind of it says it all, right? Calm you down before you go to bed. Calm you down during the day. Calm you down when you're going through maybe some anxiety, an intense, moment, that fleeting moment that can feel like it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Is that why the name is Calm? Is there a reason why you guys came up with that? Or
it definitely wasn't calm to start. We wanted to be cool and brandy and all that stuff, and it didn't work out.
Some name that no one knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was originally, for the longest time, it was going to be still. And
I kind of like that one.
and then I looked into that, and there was no chance for doing still, just trademarks through the roof. And Calm definitely has its own trademarks as well, and you kind of have to navigate that market to make sure you're all good. But it definitely fit the shoe of what we were wanting, because Calm is like the umbrella of everything. It really encompasses the whole purpose of Calm. And when you take it, if you're going through a rough time, like, you may not have that immediate effect of like, whoa, I'm now super calm. Like, that's not what it's for. It's a marathon. That's what we say on the packaging. This treating mental health is a marathon. It's not a sprint. The more you take Calm, the more benefits you're gonna feel. The better your mood's gonna improve. Your cognitive, your thinking ability is gonna get better. And that's the whole reason why we kind of thought, hey, Calm definitely fits, and it works.
Love that. It definitely is a marathon for sure. I think a lot of people, including myself, we want the quick fix. We want, I'm feeling this better work, right? And then we think, and I think what happens is people might get a little frustrated, whether it's your product or any other product out there, that they want the instant relief. Not that it doesn't do that, but so what I'm hearing is that, this is something that you want to at least try out for 30 days, that kind of thing, and then gradually kind of get used to that. Is there any other things you
can definitely, so we have some immediate, ingredients in there. When I say immediate, it's like you'll take it and you'll start to feel the effect throughout the day, that your mood will feel a bit better. But as you take it, the general, timeline for ashwagandha is 14 days, so about 2 weeks. And that's kind of why we have our packages come with 30 sticks, just because we want to make sure you have enough for a month that you can take it every day, and then you start to feel the effects and feel the benefits.
Makes sense. So I want to ask each one of you this question, and we'll start with you, Chase. What do you see with this product, and what's like your, like, what would be a success to you with this product? And maybe not just the product, the company itself, because I know you guys want to do other things. You don't want to just do one thing. But what is your overall grand scheme in your mind that you see, and what would be success to you?
With the business. Okay.
Yes.
Success looks so different. Being in like B2B sales, I think a lot of times people will create things to make a ton of money. And Devin, Megan, Andy, and I, it's like, of course, that we want to do that as well. But I think the overarching goal when you start something is, can you be passionate about making money? Not for a long time, but you can be really passionate about helping a ton of people. So the most gratifying thing so far is whether it's been, friends or family reaching out after, 10 days and saying, wow, like, I have actually noticed the difference. Like, this actually helps. It's really gratifying that that it really works. Not only do you get that text that first day of like, dang, this tastes amazing. This is really cool, which you don't get from a wellness supplement all the time. But then you get that a couple weeks later, and it's like, this actually helps me, and I feel better. I think the whole overarching goal is, how can we replicate that moment, 1,000 times, a million times.
Love
it's
that.
Just helping people. So
very cool. We'll go, Megan. You're
coming
next.
to me.
How would you? I'm sure you probably are in agreement with that. It was a beautiful answer,
Absolutely,
by the way.
Yeah.
But what would you add to that?
To add to that, I mean, I am completely in alignment with Chase. I think the way I would see it as successful is that people can trust the product to do what we say it will do, right? Like,
trust.
our whole, or at least my goal in being a part of it is to help people. And he touched on that. Like, that's ultimately what I'm the most passionate about, right? It's helping people find that joy, helping people find betterment in life, like just feeling content and feeling fulfilled. And so if a product can help take away or ease some of the feelings that make you feel like you can't achieve that, I am all for being a part of that. And so to me, what success looks like is people trusting that the product can help them get to even just an inch closer to feeling more fulfilled.
Yeah, I love that. Trust. That's a big one. Trust the product.
Yeah.
Because you think about things we buy already.
Right.
Why do we buy them? Typically, it's because we trust that it actually is going to do
right.
what do they say they're going to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And I'm sure, I mean, we've all had, we drink energy drinks in this room. We've all, like, had one and we're like, yeah, that's not good. I'm not ever having it again, right? So it's like having a product, one, because it's high quality and you trust that the quality is there and that it's going to do what it says it's going to do.
Yeah, and you know it's good for you and you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel better.
Yeah.
And there's probably maybe some placebo effect going on in my head because like I drink that, I'm like, yeah, I feel better, man.
Yeah.
Like I just
feel real calm.
But knowing that you're putting healthy things into your body, you know, that feels good. And especially in the world we're in with addictions, I mean, the stuff they're putting in their bodies, the poison,
right?
You know, to be able to be, you know, when I got clean and sober, I remember I was so like black and white. I'm like, I am not even going to take an asprin. Like I was so like for the first year, I was just nothing in my body whatsoever. And for me, that's why I love knowing I'm putting something in my body that's clean, it's good.
Yep.
It's going to have some benefits and I just feel better. Yeah. Right.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Devin? What would you add to those? I mean, they probably stole all your
really
answers.
Nailed it. Yeah. I would. Yeah. It's totally like starting a business is everyone's got their own reasons, and for to be in the wellness space, it's for me. I wanted people to trust that when they think of Morii, that they can trust that the products they're gonna buy or get, it's gonna help them in whatever they're wanting to do, and that's why. In the grand scheme of things, we want a full product line of wellness supplements, your daily vitamins, hair, skin, nails, all of that. But we also want a performance line, because people are ambitious and want to achieve physical goals and stuff like that. And, we want to be able to help them do that as well. And so trying to reach as far as we can to help people, that's where I feel like I'll feel the most gratitude and that we succeeded in doing something. And whatever happens in the end of it, is what happens. And it's really, for me, it's to prove to myself that I can do it, to help other people more than just, my family or my friends, reach a stranger that I don't know and be like, hey, I can help you.
I once heard from a mentor of mine years ago, it says, if you ever want to leave a legacy, write a book, because when you're dead and gone, your words, stories, your words are there forever. And someone 100 years from now can read your story and you're impacting them. And that's kind of what the same thing with a product, right? Like this is a legacy thing, like you're leaving. I mean, the route you're going, you're going to leave a legacy. So, 100 years from now, we're not here, but yet someone's drinking this and getting a benefit from it. Absolutely. That's a legacy.
Right.
Right. Isn't that cool?
That's awesome. Yeah.
When I think of it that way, and I'll tell you why I want you as a sponsor, is that I care about my followers and my listeners, just like you. I know you guys too, and care about your people. I want the best for them. I did this podcast for that very reason. I want to show that people can overcome horrible, difficult things, right? And not only that, but then be in a position to make a difference in people's lives because of what you've gone through. And this product to me fits that perfectly, because I can honestly say to anyone listening to this right now, I endorse this product, obviously, because you're now a sponsor and the official drink, but I know it's going to do good for you. I know it'll have all those benefits you guys talked about, but more importantly, you're just going to feel better about yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, in this world, it's just topsy-turvy, all kinds of crazy things going on. If we can do that, and we can do it together as a team, and if I can help promote this and get it to more people who are listening, who have kids or a spouse or a dad or a mom who are struggling with anxiety and not sure what to do, this is a good thing to do. This is a good thing to give them, and it's a good start.
Right.
There might be other things that we have to incorporate, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's why I have you guys on here, because we are helping people to move forward in their life so they can do things like you guys are doing.
Right.
Like creating this product.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it was a no-brainer to sponsor your show, and I think your whole mission and the goal that you're trying to spread it's perfectly aligned with what we want to do with Morii. And so it's, we're grateful that you are willing to have us as your official drink. That's awesome,
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to see how this unfolds. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to give some away to every guest I have on here. I'm going to, I just, again, when you guys are big and huge, and I can say, hey, I was there.
I was in the room.
I was there. I was part of it, on some level.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll be right there with us.
So you guys mentioned there's more you want to do with this. I mean, obviously you got one product, but you want to make a whole new nutrition line. You want to talk more about what that looks like and what maybe the plans are for that? I mean,
Sure.
I know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We just launched this one, but.
Yeah. As we talk, I mean, it's, as I said before, it's really easy to create business on things that you're passionate about, right?
Yeah,
It'd be really hard to
sure.
create a business for me on like women's shoes. I don't know. It's probably not going to be my thing. But I think we're all really passionate about wellness products, right? Mental health, but also things that will make you feel better and drive that mission, but also just physical health too. So performance line, as mentioned before, what that looks like. I know we want to do at least like 5 and 5 on each of those. So wellness, there's such a wide category that you can go, and as well in performance. But again, we only want to do things that really help people at the end of the day.
Right.
So it's like, things like absolutely essentials would be like, maybe we'll do protein on the day. So if you're like working out, that'd be part of the performance line. We, as mentioned a couple of times, love, our little energy boost. So making a better version of that is like probably a next priority. And then optimizing sleep is a really high priority. So I think those two are our next is going to be like sleep and energy. How can we optimize those in a really natural, effective way that's like good for people at the end of the day?
Right.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. Because like right now in the pipeline, we have works of an energy product, and the goal, obviously, people could use it as a pre-workout, definitely could. But I'm sure we're all guilty of having the energy drink when we're not working out.
We're new parents.
Definitely, you're a new
I
parent.
gotta stay awake tonight. Here we go.
You're at work. You look at the clock, and you're like, it's still 10 a.m.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We want to be able to have a clean energy product, kind of like what Chase saying. It's just there for you so that you can make it through the day, because we're all just trying to make it through the day. And as long as we can make it as healthy as possible and as clean as possible, that's our goal and our promise.
I love it. And I know you're kind of targeting with this product here anxiety, and then obviously there's other benefits that you mentioned as well. Is there any other like mental health issues that it also addresses, maybe not just anxiety? Like does it help with depression, do you know, or in your studies have you found
ashwagandha, since it's the main ingredient, it does help with depression, but that's a big beast in and of itself.
Sure.
And what ashwagandha does and what it helps the best at is regulating cortisol, and that's linked to a lot of things like stress. And that is kind of the first domino that kind of leads to depression and other things like that. Right. And so when people take Calm and maybe they are in that kind of state of mind, it would definitely help, because like I said earlier, it's, it also helps with cognitive function. Because, when you're in that depressive state of mind, you're not thinking your best, and you kind of have a different view on your life. And because I've been in that spot, growing up, and I want people to feel confident again, and that's what ashwagandha can help, is helping you feel more confident by thinking clearly.
Wow, love that. Again, what a great product, right? And I think the best part, that if I could say one thing I like most about it, other than the taste is great, is that, again, I don't feel bogged down. I don't, because I've taken pre-workout before and some other things. Not that this is a pre-workout thing, but where you're just like, when you spike and you're down, and it's like you're dragging. You're like, what is going on? I need more of that, whatever. Right. So I think that's one of the things I've noticed is it's just, I if anything, I feel a little more energetic, if anything, because of it.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why we have like vitamin B6, B12 in there, mood enhancers and magnesium.
That makes sense.
Everyone's kind of short on magnesium, I feel like.
Yeah.
and that definitely makes a difference.
Right.
You know, when your body's regulated where it's supposed to be, you feel better.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to help.
Yeah. Anything else about the product line that you guys want to share?
Try it. Todd has a very special discount code.
Yes. Yes, I do. It's if I can read it here, BeliefCast 15. BeliefCast 15.
Yep.
So how where do they go to order it?
You can go to our website, Morii Nutrition.com, and go ahead and put in that little discount code and get yourself some calm.
Yes. Okay, discount code there.
Yep.
And then, so you have the website. You're obviously also on social media.
Right.
You want to tell us your social media handles? Yeah,
we're on Instagram at Morii. Don't listen
Morii
to me.
Nutrition.
Yeah, Morii Nutrition. Morii Nutrition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We also have a Facebook page as well that's just started out.
Nice.
And I'd like to just kind of have the message out here to your audience. We would love for our Facebook page to be a community. Because
to talk about mental health,
to open up about your struggles and what you're going through and how this product's helping, but also your ideas. Because the way we learn is from our customers, the consumers, and
love it.
That kind of helps pave the way for years to come. And so, making our Facebook page a community would be amazing.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great idea. So is that up and running now?
It is up and
it
running.
Is?
Morii Nutrition on Facebook. Yes.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, love it. I'm going to ask you guys each a poignant question, and it's a soul-searching question, okay? And you're each going to have to answer it. And I'll let you guys decide who goes first. I guess it's Megan. Okay, they all pointed at Megan
she'll answer
here.
for the two of us.
We'll answer.
Oh, my.
But I like asking this, and I asked this the first time we had met on our show, Megan. But if there's someone out there right now who's listening to this podcast, listening to you, Megan, who's struggling, they're in a bad place, they maybe even feel hopeless, what would you tell that person right now? What would you, that one person who needs to hear something to help them?
This question got me the first time. It's getting me again.
Because I promise you there is someone. I can't tell you the feedback I get all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I asked this question, because of, again, learning from my audience. They're like, hey, I love it when you ask that question because I need to hear what they're saying, kind of thing. And
tears are flowing.
Yeah.
This question's heavy on my heart because we recently lost a client not too long ago. So it's on me. If you are out there and struggling, please know that there is help for you. You are not ever so far gone that you are beyond the reach of people and love, because it's there. And if you need something, reach out. If you aren't beyond reaching out, trust that it will pass. And beyond, like, more than anything, you're loved. Even if you don't feel like it, you are so loved.
Wow. Beautifully said. Thanks, Megan. Chase, you get to follow that.
It's tough. Yeah. In my life, I've been lucky to be part of a bunch of like Narcotics Anonymous circles, and AA circles in those meetings. Just by virtue of my brother, and that your question makes me think of my brother. If I backtrack there.
Oh, thanks.
And I think, what I would want to tell him if he were still here is, to tell someone else, and those meetings allow you to do that. So maybe if you're in a spot like that where it's addiction or something like that, go to a meeting. But if you don't have that opportunity, go to one of your family members, but tell a friend, tell someone how you're feeling. Because I felt like that at times in my life as well. And telling someone has always been what's worked for me to get through just that day, right?
Yeah.
Just this day, getting through that.
Thank you. Beautifully said as well. Devin, what would you say?
For me, what helped kind of get past my own struggles is just realizing that every day is a brand new start, and who you were yesterday is not who you have to be today.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like you're alone, you feel like you're a burden, you feel like you can do nothing right, just know that that's just simply not true. That, you can start today, you can start tomorrow. And like they've said, to reach out, even if it's a stranger. If you don't have family or friends that you know of, just talk to anybody. Because I believe that God imparts light on everyone. And it's our job to activate that light by just reaching out. And, when you ask a question to somebody, you don't know if God's going to speak through them, and say the right thing that's going to change your mind or change your perspective. And so, not being afraid to reach out, but understand that each day is a fresh start.
Dang. I don't know what to say after all that. That was beautiful. Wow. That light you're talking about, it's funny, I have this quote right behind you that says the most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. And what I watch Megan do all the time with these clients who are coming in here, then the light is dim, if you will, and to see her spark that in them and start believing in themselves, and that fire burns bright, and there's no more powerful thing on this planet is when you see a human burning at the brightest, right?
Yep.
Again, this product will help do that. You guys are helping do that. Your words are helping do that. We need you we need you. If you're listening to this and you're struggling, the world would be less than without you. Just know that. So again, that's why we're teaming up with Morii Nutrition, because of their mission and the mission here at the Belief Cast. We want to make a difference in people's lives and help each other in that. And if we can help each other at the same time, how cool is that, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
So everyone in this room has struggled, and just know that we know. So you can reach out to Megan, reach out to Devin, reach out to Chase, reach out to myself. Go check out that Facebook page, like you're talking about, that community. You can probably reach out there as well, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a place where you can share your thoughts, it sounds like, as well.
Yep.
I'll put all those links in the show notes, the MoriiNutrition.com, and then your social handles, and then the BeliefCast15 for the discount. So thank you for the discount for all. Right? That's really cool. But Morii Nutrition, again, Morii means the desire to capture a fleeting moment. Wow, and this moment we've had here, how beautiful. Seriously, thank you. For being on the show. It's cool what you guys just said, because it just brought it all together. Did you guys feel
truly.
that? Yeah. There's the moment right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Like and that's what calm does. It's the moment, man. If people could feel what we're feeling right now, that's what calm is. That's what there it is.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yep.
You're okay. You're feeling it in the moment. Okay, I'm calm, which is another way of saying I'm fine. I can make it to the next thing.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Sorry, I'm on a soapbox.
Thank you.
Loved it.
Well, thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Truly,
This was awesome.
Truly.
Megan, I love you. Devin, love you. Chase, love you. Andy, wish you were here. We love you too. And thanks for all you guys are doing. And I'm glad we've teamed up on this. This means the world to me. So thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
You're
Thank you.
awesome.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. I told you today was going to be great. Please reach out to MoriiNutrition.com. Place your order. I promise you this will make a huge difference. If you have a son or a daughter who you're like, man, they really seem to be struggling, this will make a difference. Yeah, there's other things you may need to do, but having them start with something like this and them just knowing they're putting this into their body, it's going to be amazing for them. So please reach out to them. If you have a question for any of them, I'm sure you guys would answer that. Hit them up on social media. we'll put a nice post together, and when we go live, this is going to be really cool. We'll make a big deal of it, and I'll have Megan help me do this because she's really good at this. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I love you, and until next time.